Hello, everybody. So today we're going to be working towards 3 different learning targets. So we're going to be starting with learning target 3, calculate the speed of an object. Learning target 4, I can calculate the velocity of an object. And learning target 5, use math to rearrange the speed equation to solve for distance or time. So step 1 is to watch this lecture video, and it's part 1. We're going to be doing calculations, so you're going to want to be taking some notes. Step 2, you're going to complete the calculations worksheet, which is due by Friday. It is a little bit longer, so make sure that you space it out. Do a few problems today, maybe a few tomorrow, and then wrap it up on Friday. And then step 3 is to submit a picture of your learning target through 3 through 5 notes. You are not submitting the calculations worksheet yet. You're going to submit that on Friday. So your daily review problem today, I want you to figure out which of the following is appropriate units for speed, as well as explain the difference between speed and velocity. So take a moment and answer those 2 questions. Okay. So the appropriate units for speed are kilometers per hour. And the difference between speed and velocity is that velocity has a speed plus a direction. And you might remember that from the notes on Monday. All right. So there's a few practice problems we are going to be going through. One thing I also want you to make sure that you're doing is following along. There's one problem that I am skipping that is probably in the virtual notebook. If you're doing that, you can do it for fun to test yourself and see how you're doing. But all right, our first problem we are going to be going through today. A sprinter runs the 100-meter dash in 11.3 seconds. Calculate the sprinter's speed. And so remembering that our speed formula is speed equals distance divided by time. So let's get this started here. First, we're going to want to sketch a picture of this. So what I'm going to do is draw point A, point B. There's my runner, my fabulous drawings, I know. And I know that this is going to be 100 meters. And he ran it in 11.3 seconds. So that's kind of the picture I'm using to sketch it. So our time, we know, was 11.3 seconds. And our distance was 100 meters. And we don't know our speed. That's what we have to calculate. So now it's time to do the math. I always find it helpful to rewrite the formula. So speed equals distance divided by time. So speed equals our distance of 100 meters divided by 11.3 seconds. And so our answer comes out to be, when you take 100 divided by 11.3, a little bit of rounding, 8.85 meters per second. Oops, not 8. I meant to do an S. Let's do that again. Meters per second. So, and then we write our answer with units again, so it's nice and clear. 8.85 meters per second. So that's our first problem there. Now, our second practice problem from our notes is a football field is about 100 meters long. If it takes a person 20 seconds to run its length, how fast, or you can think about what speed is the person running. All right, so first let's sketch out our picture. So these are my field goal posts. I'm a really good drawer, you're going to come to find. All right, so our distance here is 100 meters. This person ran that in 20 seconds. If you hear a little noise in the background, that would be my little puppy chewing on her bone. But anyways, step 1, let's identify our given. So our time, our distance, and our speed. Our time, we said, was 20 seconds. Our distance was 100 meters. And we don't know our speed. That's what we have to figure out. So now we do our math. So speed equals distance divided by time. So speed equals our distance of 100 meters divided by our time of 20 seconds, which comes out to be 5 meters per second. So I need to take 100 divided by 20. So our answer with units is 5 meters per second. And we get our units from our meters and our seconds. All right, let's go on to problem 3 here. So you leave home driving 4.4 hours, traveling at 55 miles per hour. How far will you be from home? So here's our home. It's a really good home. I'm just going to draw a couple windows here just because, and a little doorknob. All right. So we're going to put our car way over here. This is my car. It's a really good one. Our time here was 4.4 hours. We do not know the distance. And our car was going 55 miles per hour. So let's go now and identify our givens. We said our time was 4.4 hours. We don't know our distance, so we're going to put a question mark there. And then our speed was 55 miles per hour. So now we can do our math. So this is where, again, it's helpful to write out our equation. Speed equals distance divided by time. So we have our speed of 55 miles per hour equals our distance, we don't know that yet, divided by our time of 4.4 hours. So now we're going to be taking, I'm going to go down here a little bit, 55 miles per hour times 4.4 hours equals our distance. And so we can see here our hours are going to cancel out. So all we have to do is take 55 times 4.4, which gives us 242 miles, which is our distance. So again, we'll write it in this last box, 242 miles. So again, that's where we had to do a little bit of algebra there. We had to multiply our 4.4 here to both sides. So that way we could get the distance by itself. All right. Our last problem we're going to go through today. You take a jog and move at a rate of 5 miles per hour. You run 11 miles. How long were you running? So here's my person running, and we'll put the speed by them, 5 miles per hour, and then we'll do our distance here of 11 miles. We don't know how long we were running for yet. So our givens, our time, we don't know. We're going to work on that today. Oops, there we go. And then our distance we saw was 11 miles. And our speed was 5 miles per hour. So now we'll set up our equation. Speed equals distance divided by time. So our speed we said was 5 miles per hour equals our distance of 11 miles divided by time. So now here's a little bit more algebra for us. We're going to have to multiply both sides by times. So then that cancels out and we end up with 5 miles per hour times our t for time equals 11 miles. Now we still have to get time by itself, so we have to divide each side by 5 miles per hour. Excuse my dog. We cancel out our miles here, and that cancels out. So we get our time to be 11 divided by 5 is 2.2 hours. And so that is our time there. So that is how we do some of these calculations with our speed equals distance divided by time. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me, and you can get started on your calculations worksheet. And again, don't forget to submit a picture of your notes from today. Have a great day.